Hey there, I'm about to trim some tomato plants, but I wanted to do it in a little video because I saw something that reminds me of a really cool fact about plants and how they can communicate through a process similar to smell. I don't know how noisy this is coming out in the video. There's dogs barking and kids yelling because they're playing, hopefully, and birds and bugs and police sirens and fire truck sirens. Anyways, plants can smell. They don't have noses, but they send out sort of particles akin to the particles we pick up in our noses, and those particles can actually, when they hit the leaves or other bodies of another plant, can affect change, can affect a reaction in that organism, especially if they're the same species. Sometimes botanists will describe it almost like they can hear each other screaming when one's being chopped down. They'll know, they'll react, they'll send out certain things. What I'm talking about here has to do with crowding. So here, let's take a look at the plants. So here, there's some yellowing there, which this has more to do, which like sort of is more typical, has to do with being a little out of the light. And it's even a little more yellow than it's coming out in this. But now see over here, we have this one, which gets a lot of bright sun, and this one as well, which is like shriveled up, sort of dying, and that will happen just with lower branches. But it will also happen because this is too close to another individual of the same species, and it's smelling that. And so it's not giving resources to those, which benefits not just the individual by making space for sunlight, but also benefits the species. They're helping each other. These tomato plants are working together. And I'm going to help them out too. I'm going to give them, like a haircut, trim their nails. So you can use a tool like a good human, or you can actually snap them off. These are a little big, but it might work. So I've always been told that it's better to push up than down when snapping off because it's less likely to strip a little stringy bit of the outside off. So you just kind of, boop, there you go. Now this, there's a little bit in the way. There's that one. Let's do this guy. Boop. Now in Walking Dead, you might have seen them clone a plant, and you would want that with a healthy limb anyways, but it's not that kind of leaf, which is what they use, unfortunately, in that episode. You're actually looking for, to create a clone, would be like, you go to one of the nodes and thered be a whole new main stem coming out, like this here. You see that? See how this is like just a leafy bit? This is sort of the actual stem, where there's bits of flowers and leaves, and this wants to be a new stem, so we're just going to take that off because we don't want that. Now tomatoes are one of the easiest plants to clone, so you can just pop some. You usually want something a little bigger, but you can just, like maybe this guy here. So for this, you can, that wasn't a very good break, but you can just, and it's good to like cut it off at an angle if you're new. You can basically just like do that, and a good portion of your tomatoes, these little hairs will, which also can kill bugs for fertilizer, will form into roots, and you'll have a new cloned tomato plant genetically identical to what you took it off of. So that's just some thoughts on trimming tomatoes. I wish it looked more yellow in the video, but I already trimmed it, so maybe I can color correct it. Yeah, let me know what you think about plants being able to smell in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thanks.